Our weed of the week is crabgrass.
Crabgrass is one of my least favorite weeds because it ruins my summer. It pops up in my yard and it's right when I want to enjoy things and it just doesn't look good out there. And then if my yard dries out, Brian, crabgrass keeps growing and I still have to mow. I don't like it.
Well, it's one of these things where you say, is this a weed or is it not a weed? And if you don't care what your lawn looks like, if it has crabgrass out there, what's the difference? If it has crabgrass or bluegrass, it's got grass. You just wanted a grass lawn, you got a grass lawn. But anyway, if you're trying to get rid of crabgrass, here's the problem. It is a warm season grass. A lot of the grasses that are in lawns in our region are cool season grasses like Kentucky bluegrass. So to Darren's point, when it gets to be 100 degrees and dry in the middle of the summer, the crabgrass is going to grow, the bluegrass is not.
Well, the other thing is it gets started a little later. So a lot of times we'll see people put out a weed and feed type application where they're controlling early season weeds, but that wears off before the crabgrass gets started, which normally happens about the time the lilacs are blooming in our geography. It takes about the same amount of heat to make those two things happen. So you need to come back in with an application of quinclorac, which is going to take care of the crabgrass as it's just starting to germinate, and it's also going to take care of some of the clovers and other weeds that you've got.
Yep, there are a lot of people that will use pendimethalin early in the season. That would be like Prowl, for example, that we use in soybeans. And speaking of that, if I go to soybeans, I want to use one of the yellows. Put a yellow down. That's going to make a lot of difference. The yellows, like trifluralin and Prowl, are way better than the group 15s that you would typically use in corn or early post-emerge in soybeans. By group 15s, I mean Outlook, Warrant, Dual, Harness, Surpass, Zidua, all of those.
Fortunately, in row crops, tillage helps with crabgrass. Post-emerge applications of Roundup or Liberty can wipe out crabgrass. There's a lot of choices in crop. It's just in lawns, there aren't a whole lot of choices. So again, you can go with pendimethalin when that grass is dormant, or you can come back in with quinclorac over the top.
Well, that's it for our Weed of the Week, but stay tuned. Iron Talk is coming up next.